Hi, my name is Adrian Lai and I'm 35. I'm a filmmaker from Malacca. I grew up in Malacca, but now I live and work in KL. I actually started my career in broadcasting. I was a sound designer, sound editor for Astro. I studied music production and audio engineering when I was in university. So when I came back, I was lucky enough to be able to join Astro in the audio post-production department. So that's where I learned a lot. That was my introduction to the world of professional production, media production. Malacca is a very sleepy town. Even today, if you come to Malacca, you'll see, especially on the weekends, you see the traffic is really, really awful. There's so many cars, so many people. There's always traffic jams and all that. You won't believe that Malacca is a sleepy town. But if you stay until Monday, you'll realize that Malacca is actually very quiet most of the time. So that is the Malacca that I remember growing up. When I was young, especially my teenage years, right, I used to cycle everywhere on my own. I cycled to school, then after school I'll cycle to my friend's house. I go to tuition classes on the bicycle. I go to lunch. And then on the weekends, I'll gather with some friends and we'll all cycle to this popular place called Hutan Rekreasi. And we'll just cycle through all the trails and, you know, kind of have our little adventure, you know. So that is actually the kind of excitement that you have in Malacca. When I was in school, I used to play a lot of tennis, actually, growing up. I was a competitive tennis player. And actually, that's where most of my closest friends came from, that tennis group. I mean, right now, they are scattered all over the world. But for some reason, when we come back to Malacca, it's very easy to bump into them. I'll randomly come back to Malacca on the weekend, and they are there at the same little old kopitiam where we used to eat wanton mee together, and we'll meet there and you know, and we'll just start again and talk about how we used to have to run 20 rounds to warm up and stretch, and you know, and then have to hit balls all day long in the hot sun. Those were some of my favorite memories from my school days. Hikayat Hang Kway Teow is basically about a family of people or brothers who work in an old Chinese kopitiam. The sequence of events is loosely based on the story of Hang Tuah. and it is about a kopitiam that is struggling to survive, and mainly because the boss or the person who owns the kopitiam is distracted by his love for a pretty nyonya girl next door. We shot at this location in Batu Berendam, but recently I Google mapped it, and actually it's called Kampung Sungai Putat. So all my life, 30 over years, I didn't know that that place was called Kampung Sungai Putat, and we always call it Batu Berendam Wantan Mee. I used to eat there from when a bowl of noodles was actually 1 ringgit and 20 cents. That's how long ago. It's a very old building. It's over 30 years old. It looks run down. In fact, when I first asked Auntie to let me shoot there, she was very concerned. She said, "Oh, it's so ugly, you know, it's so old and all that." But I was telling her, no, that is exactly what I'm looking for, you know, that is the charm of the place. Ew! Where's my lavender, huh? We shot for 2 days over Saturday and Sunday. Basically, when the kopitiam closes for business at about 12 noon, we will set up and then we will shoot until about midnight. So there were a couple of really difficult things to deal with. We were dealing with a lot of cars passing by in the background, a lot of people slowing down and staring at the set when we were shooting. Obviously, a lot of noise, so sound was a really major problem. And it really slowed us down at first when we were setting up sound. So I've decided that we would redo the dialogues in post because of that. And from then on, we actually started moving faster. The crew and the cast and everyone basically are able to do almost anything necessary to get the scene and the shot done. So because of that kind of versatility, right, we could actually cover this the scenes, especially the fight scenes, in such a short time. You know, it was. I'm actually surprised still that we did so much action in such in the amount of time that we allocated to shoot it. It's a wrap! Please stay tuned to watch my short film, Hikayat Hang Kway Teow. It is an action, comedy, kung fu short film. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks.